Good morning. Waiting for folks to join us here. Let's see, we're a little early. Welcome. I see someone here. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mary. Hi, Gail. I'm coming to you guys from Arlington. Hi. I hope you're enjoying this lovely morning. There's a gorgeous breeze outside. I can see it right now. And it's really helping cool things down. Take another minute before we get started. Good morning, Susan and John. All right, so today we have a pretty gentle practice, so let's go ahead and get started. So starting in a seated position. So taking a moment here to arrive, sitting in whatever seat is comfortable for you. If you need a blanket or blocks, go ahead and get yourself settled. And as you begin to settle in, find a place for your hands to rest. Maybe facing up if you're feeling like you need a little more energy, or down if you're feeling calm and like you want to keep that energy safe for today's practice. And with each breath, as you inhale, allow your seat to get heavier so that you can root down. Rooting down on the inhale. And as you exhale, allow your spine to get taller and lighter. So chest opens up, creating length in the spine. Really using this time to connect with the breath. Say hello to the breath, welcome it to the practice. Remembering that it will be guiding us throughout the next 30 minutes. And allow yourself with each breath to get more settled in, arrive a little bit deeper inside your body. As you exhale, letting go even more of whatever came before this moment right now. Feeling what it's like to really inhabit your own body, so that as we begin to move, we don't lose this presence. Let's take one more deep inhale together into the belly, and exhale out the mouth. We have arrived. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, my debut here at Sun and Moon. If you need if you like, I would suggest grabbing at least one block, maybe two, if you like a little extra stability. And possibly a blanket when we get back to seated, but we're going to be moving a little bit more now, so you won't need that for a little bit. Just have them on hand. All right, so go ahead and if you're not already in a cross-legged position, go ahead and make your way there. Box blankets are fine, whatever you need to feel comfortable, especially in the knees. Okay, and as we begin moving today, we're gonna sort of mimic what we do in cat-cow here with the chest and the spine, but we're gonna be seated. So place your hands on your knees here and begin to move the spine forward and back. So coming around in big circles. So beginning with just the circle motion, warming up the hips a bit here too. All right, and now bringing attention to your chest so that you can scoop it forward as you come forward and scoop back as you go back. Maybe adding a slight exaggeration, not too exaggerated, but enough so that you can really feel the cat-cow movements here. The spine, the chest scooping forward and back. All right, and this time as we make our way around, maybe lifting the chin as you come forward and tucking as you come back. Circles are maybe getting a little bit larger here. And noticing maybe how this feels compared to our regular cat and cow when we're on hands and knees. Of course, it's going to be a different sensation, or a different experience, but definitely similar sensation here. All right, and let's go the opposite side now, opposite direction. Maybe starting again with those smaller circles. And then as the circles get larger, scooping out the chest, back as we come back, forward as we come forward. Might even get a few spine cracks in there. And then lifting the chin as you come forward, exaggerating it a bit more to really get the full effect. All right, let's take one more circle around. Staying with the breath here, allowing it to guide you around the circle. And rest in the middle. Okay, from here we're going to extend our legs out straight in front. I'm going to come to my side here. So allow your seat to get heavy here, thigh bones heavy, heels root down, toes are bright and lifting up towards the sky. Place your hands on either side firmly into the ground. So this is a more active pose here. So firmly grounding down, can tuck the chin in towards the chest, maybe even getting a little bit of a stretch in the back of the neck here. Abdominals, lower abdominals a little activated as well. And then release. Let the shoulders come down. Knees, let them be soft. Bring a little bend. All right, and now we're going to do sort of the opposite effect. We were a little more active there. We're going to let this be a little more passive. So reaching forward towards the toes, let your hands lay where they may, and tuck the chin into the chest. Relaxing the head down towards the ground. And then gently rolling your way back up. Okay, And from here, we're going to swing the legs over to the side. So I'm mirroring you. Go ahead and swing your legs over to the right side. So heels coming in towards the hips. And extend your arms straight out in front of you so that the hands come down to the ground. And drag them over to the right side, over towards the toes. Breathing into the side here. Making more space. And then coming back to center. Switch sides, so swinging the legs over to the left. Arms straight out in front of you. And drag them over to the left side. Feeling for a little more opening here on the opposite side. And using the breath, I'm noticing here that this side is a little harder to access than the other. So I'm going to breathe a little extra deep here into the side. Beautiful. Okay, come back to center. Make your way onto hands and knees. Okay, we're going to continue to open up the chest and the shoulders here. So threading the needle, hands under your shoulders, knees just about under the hips. Take your right arm, thread it under the left. Bring your ear to the ground. And rest. And then making your way out and over to the other side. Left arm comes under the right. And then back to center here. You can keep your hands where they are. Go ahead and take your knees out to the outer edges of the mat. So knees are wide, feet are together. Come on down to your forearms. Then from here, you're going to open up to the left side. So lifting up that left arm towards the sky. Opening up. You might even feel a little bit of stretch, a little sensation in the opposite upper thigh. So that right upper thigh. Otherwise, just finding opening and space in the spine, in the neck, in the chest, in this left shoulder here. And then coming back down, let's do the other side. So opening up to the right side. Okay, and check how your shoulder is feeling here. If it wants to stay here or maybe even stay bent, that's beautiful too. Whatever you can do to open up the chest, to stay open and in a position to create more space for yourself. And then coming back down. Bring your hands to the mat, to the center, right beneath the chest. And then opening up one more time to the left side. Maybe a little more opening in the chest here. Again, option to bend the elbow if that's more freeing. Okay, and check that that opposite elbow is still soft. You're not pouring all your weight into it. And then release back down, opening up to the other side. Using the breath again to find more space, more opening. And come on back down. All right, bring the knees back under the hips. Step forward with the right foot. So framing the right foot here. We're going to give really tender attention here to the legs. So tucking that knee into the crook of the shoulder. Let me turn a little bit to face you. Begin to rock back and forth, bringing the hips back and forward, all the while keeping that shoulder in the crook of the neck, really guiding it gently as you coax it to open up, release. And then as you feel it beginning to warm up, as the leg begins to open and release, you can detach the shoulder from the knee and go towards a little more straight as you come back. So bringing the hips even further back so that the toes come up off the ground, the knee goes towards straight. Using the breath here to guide you. Inhale and exhale. Or the opposite, if that's what's working for you this morning. All right, and then pause back where we started. Let's switch over to the other foot. So stepping the left foot forward this time. Really nuzzling that knee into the shoulder tenderly as you guide it forward and back. I love movements like this where I can feel my whole body moving as one. And then again, as you begin to feel a little more openness in the leg, you can release the knee from the shoulder and begin to go towards straight. So moving a little further back. Toes come up off the floor as hips move back. Beautiful. All right. And pause back at the low lunge. Go ahead and take both knees together. And from here, tuck the toes, lift the knees up off the ground just a little bit, and then push into the hands to bring the chest in towards the thighs as the hips lift up. All right, so our first down dog of the day, go ahead and walk it out. Warming up the legs a bit more, giving them lots of extra care and attention here. Checking also that you're feeling balanced between the hands and the feet. And perhaps readjusting your stance if you feel like you're pouring too much weight forward or back. Okay, go ahead and pause wherever you are. Walk your feet up towards your hands. All right, so you're about at the top of your mat here. Let your knees be soft, really let your head hang down. We're going to begin to create some subtle side-to-side movements again here. So dragging the fingers over to the right side of the mat. Breathe. And over to the left side. Really gently here, just as tenderly as earlier with our knee. And notice here, as we move from side to side, we begin to stitch these movements left to right together into one long movement. As you do that, also notice what's going on in the rest of the body, particularly the lower body. So we're firmly planted in the feet.
And as we move side to side, our weight also shifts from side to side. And the ankles help facilitate that as they move side to side. And the knees straighten and bend. And the hips sway side to side. Noticing all the wonderful movements that are happening to help create this larger movement. All right, and then pause in the middle. Let your knees be soft again. Tuck the chin to the chest. And inhale, roll your spine up to straight. Head comes up very last. Let the shoulders relax once you get up to standing. Okay, and from here, pressing firmly down into all corners of the feet. Energizing the feet and the legs so that as you press down, you can almost spread the mat apart between your feet. So that energizes the sides of the legs. And as you inhale, you can even begin to bring some of that energy to the chest. All right, so really feeling that here as you press down into your mat, energizing the sides of the legs, opening up the chest, lengthening the spine. All right, and you'll notice my hands are out here for my mountain pose. So asking for a little more energy here. Opening up the palms to receive what's around me. But equally, you could leave them active by your side. All right, so an active mountain pose here. Really rooting down firmly as you lift up through the chest and open up. Even the sides are kind of open here. As we make space for them, the taller we get. Okay, and relax your mountain. Inhale, reach up, palms come together. Firmly press down into the mat. At the same time, reach up towards the sky and come over to the right side. Really reaching up before you come over. Creating even more length in the spine, even more space in the side body. And come back up, other side, one more time, reaching up and over. Beautiful, and back up. Inhaling deep as you exhale, let the fingertips rain down. Lovely. All right, let's introduce our swaying back into the mix here. So swaying from side to side. Using this as an opportunity to find a little bit of stability, even as we're moving side to side here. So find stillness, even as we move. You'll notice that normally, even when we're standing, there's some kind of movement happening. This is happening at some level to keep us balanced, to keep us centered. Okay, and from here, once your weight lands into your right foot, go ahead and keep it there. All right, rooting firmly down into the mat with that right foot. Energizing the outer leg. Inhale, lift the knee up into a 90-degree angle. So letting the hand catch the knee. Keeping that energy in the leg and lift in the chest. Okay. Invitation here is to inhale, lift your opposite arm to come parallel to the ground. And perhaps as you feel steadier, opening out to the sides. So open your arm out wide to one side as the knee comes to the other side. You're really reaching through this right arm and reaching through the opposite leg at the same time as you're pressing down through the foot and up through the chest, opening up and gently coming back down the way you came in. Beautiful. All right, and let's sway again to help tenderize that thigh. And this time, as your weight lands in the left foot, let it stay there. Okay, one more time, grounding down through that left leg, energizing the outer leg all the way up through the hip and lifting up through the chest. Inhale, bring the other knee up, let the hand catch it. And invitation to inhale, lift the other arm up parallel to the ground. All right, if you're looking for a little more opening on this side as well, go ahead and open up to the side. And that doesn't have to be all the way. Again, whatever helps you find a little more openness, a little more freedom in your practice. This is your practice. All right, one more time, reaching down through the leg, up through the chest, and opening out through both sides. And gently coming back out the way we came in. Release down. Maybe shaking out the legs once. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, fold forward. From here, let the knees be soft. Bring a little more space between the heels and bring even more space towards the toes. So we're prepping to come down into a squat position here. So this is where I invite you to grab a block. You can come down almost to the floor. If it feels better on your knees, you can also you can bring the floor up to you by just adding blocks. All right, on either side, whatever works. Okay, once you're here, place your hands in front of you. You want to position your arms so that they're kind of almost supporting your legs and vice versa. So really feeling the back of the arms coming into the thighs here. Okay, we're going to open up to the side. So bringing the left arm up. Sorry, your right arm, I'm mirroring you. Up towards the sky as you push back with the opposite arm to help that thigh open up a little more. And then coming down, let's go over to the other side. Opening up to the left, pushing back with that right arm to open up the right thigh. Beautiful. Okay. Bring that hand back down. Make your way to your seat. And from here, place your feet on the floor so that knees are bent. You're going to place both hands on top of the knees. And allow yourself to fall back, bringing the chin in towards the chest so that you get almost like a passive stretch in the spine here. And then making your way back up. Okay, and lastly, gently guide your hands down the legs, down the shins, perhaps to the feet. And let's take one deep breath together, inhaling into the belly. And as you exhale, let your head rest down on your knees. Really using this opportunity here to notice any changes, any shifts in the body since we began our practice 30 minutes ago. Noticing if any spaces feel more open, maybe not. Allowing yourself, your breath, to be fully present with whatever sensations that you're feeling right now. And using the breath always to softening any feelings you have about your practice or your day going forward. Reminding yourself that you can always come back to the breath. Go ahead and come to a seated position as you're ready. Really gently here, taking as much time as you need. I'm so glad you guys could join. Thank you so much for dropping in today. I hope you enjoyed your practice. I hope that you can go into the rest of the day feeling calm, gently awake. Remember to be tender with yourself and to check in with the breath often. Thank you. Namaste. Hi, Alex. Hi, Dina. Hi, Christine. Thank you, guys. Hi, Judy. Take care, everyone.